Is riding a bike from Gladesville to North Ryde as fast as a car? At peak times, this trip can take up to 25 minutes by car and over 35 minutes by public transport. So stick around to the end, where you can see how they compare with this bike trip. Hey everyone, Joseph here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to ride from Victoria Road in Gladesville to the North Ryde metro station. While this is a mostly low stress ride on shared paths separated from traffic, there are also a few tricky places along the way which you need to be aware of. Off we go. We start at the corner of Victoria Road and Pittwater Road in the middle of the Gladesville shops area. Right away, the markings require you to merge onto the road as you go past the bus stop. If you're not confident riding on the road, you may need to walk this short section. On the way back, you can stay on the path. I stayed on the footpath because there's no one coming the other way. Don't forget to keep an eye out on the route guidance in the top left corner of the screen as a guide to the streets you'll be riding on. Shared use paths are generally okay, but where there are a lot of driveways and high front fences, you need to keep an eye out for cars coming in and out of driveways. I try to ride towards the centre of the path and move left only if I need to. At Harvard Street, the markings divert you again onto the road past the small shops, so walk through if you're not confident. On the road, you can rejoin the shared path just before the Rene Street roundabout. A lot of shared paths have some compromises, and this one is no exception. There's a narrowing at the curve at the bottom of the hill, so it's worth slowing down through here, even though the visibility is okay. If you work in North Ryde, the highlighted area is within 30 minutes bike ride, so it's worth considering rather than driving. Again, the path has been narrowed past these few houses, presumably to preserve trees, which are good for shade. The signs here require you to dismount past this bus stop. This might be because buses from here go to Woolwich Wharf and to the King Street Wharf in the city, so it's probably a popular stop in the mornings. It will be interesting to see how many people tap on and off from this stop. Let me know in the comments if you're aware how busy this stop is. Anyway, make sure you slow down and give way to pedestrians waiting in this area. Interestingly, this bus stop also has a squeeze point in the path, but riders don't need to get off their bike, despite potentially being a busy bus stop as well, with the same buses also going to Woolwich Wharf and the city. Then, approaching the Ryde Road traffic lights, you need to dismount again. This is starting to become a bit inconvenient now. The path is plenty wide, the visibility is okay, and it's unlikely that there are loads of pedestrians in this area. Just need the bicycle lanterns at the traffic lights. Another squeeze point past the houses here. Just make sure to slow down and give way to pedestrians. As you arrive at the Boronia Park shops, there's something you need to be aware of. The markings at Gannet Street direct you back onto the road, but the road is blocked off. So you need to use a driveway before it to get onto the road, or if you're not confident enough, unfortunately you need to dismount and walk past the shops. The truck up ahead is in a no stopping zone, so it would be easy to see where you can rejoin the shared path after the shops. If you're coming the other way heading back towards Victoria Road, the signs say you need to dismount and walk. Here, the shared path is right next to the curb, so you need to be careful coming the other way. I would be riding closer to the centre of the path to avoid the draft and suction from passing trucks. The path is good in this section, but just needs some maintenance over overhanging shrubs so the full width can be used. Down at Field of Mars Reserve, there's a detour through the car park, so keep an eye out for manoeuvring cars. From here you can get to Buffalo Creek Reserve and the trails in the Field of Mars Reserve. Back onto the shared path now, and again it's hugging the curb, so on the return journey better to stick to the centre of the path unless bikes or pedestrians are coming the other way. At this time it's not too bad, but at the roundabout at Rene Street, it's quite hard to check behind you for approaching traffic while moving, so you're better off stopping and checking. Although it's obscured by trees, the Lane Cove River is just over there on the right. There's an interesting setup ahead to do with a squeeze point. In this direction, you should merge onto the shoulder lane due to a narrow bridge ahead. Coming the other way, you can stay on the shared path. This arrangement is not too bad in the scheme of things, although a median separator on the road would have been ideal. After the bridge and past a fair length of guardrail, you divert back onto the shared path. Fun fact, if you need to get to North Ryde metro station and you live in the highlighted area, you're less than 10 minutes bike ride away. Today, workers have closed a shared path with a temporary diversion onto the road. Not ideal, but the path will be open when you're riding. Use a pedestrian refuge at the roundabout with Carramar Avenue and continue on the shared path. Did you know Pittwater Road was once part of a freeway corridor? The proposed route of the former Lane Cove Valley Expressway extended north from Fig Tree Bridge along the west side of the Lane Cove River along Pittwater Road to North Ryde. The road is quite wide all the way to Epping Road at around 30 metres. North Ryde RSL is just over there on the right. You need to cross Pittwater Road at the pedestrian refuge up ahead to get to the rest of the shared path. Be careful when crossing here as traffic volumes can be high and there could be long delays trying to find gaps. Cross Magdala Road at the roundabout. There are signs on the Epping Road cycleway which indicate you can go to Lane Cove this way by crossing the Lane Cove River at the Watermain Bridge. But before you think about doing that, I can show you what to expect. Be sure to check out the description for the link to a quick video on this. You can also continue on Pittwater Road and join Epping Road there to go to Lane Cove. This section of shared path is quite good, with generous space between it and front fences. Coming up to Epping Road, you turn right to go to Lane Cove or left to go to Macquarie Park. We go across Epping Road and continue ahead to North Ryde. There's a link in the description below showing how you can ride safely from Lane Cove to Macquarie Park using the Epping Road cycleway and some quiet back streets. There's a 3-stage crossing here to get to North Ryde. If you're unlucky, it could add up to 5 minutes to your trip during peak times. Across the road, turn right and take the ramp up to the left. At the top of the ramp, continue a bit along Lucknow Road to the curb ramp, then double back towards Rene Street. A modal filter is needed up ahead, but until then, take the last driveway and thread the needle between the fences to continue to Rene Street. You can ride on the road, but there's no curb ramp to get down, so I continue on the footpath for a short section. At this pedestrian crossing, you can rejoin the road. Otherwise, if you're not confident, you may need to walk. Take the last driveway in Rene Street to rejoin the footpath and turn left onto Delhi Road. The commuter bike parking is just on the left there, and there's a link in the description below to a video review of this to help you decide whether it's worth parking your bike there or not as part of your commute. Here we are, we've arrived at the station. Check out the travel time from Gladesville to North Ryde Metro Station by bike, only 20 minutes. If you get a better run through the traffic lights than I did, you could even be nudging 17 minutes, which would be amazing and way faster than cars during peak times. If you need to continue to Macquarie Park, the video on the left shows you how you can get there via the impressive Christopher Casanidi Bridge just up ahead, and click on the video on the right to see other cycle routes to Macquarie Park. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.